What up, though, Pride Nation? You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm gonna start this show off on a real light note for the first good maybe 4 minutes, and it's about to get real. I really thought today was going to be a day that I was going to come on and do something totally different. Just be excited and rejoice. But if you heard the music playing, you know that I'm already on some ish. That's the word I'm gonna use for today. All right. I see a lot of people in the chat. I told you I'm starting to show off on a high note because I'm about to show y'all some stupidity at a level I have never seen. I'm not even sure what to call this. I'm not sure how we should do it. I will have a guest joining us. I want you also to know that we will be going live on 313 JMO channel for rounds 2 and 3. So please come over there and join us. I want you to make sure you hit that like, notification bell, and hit that subscribe button. All right. Again, the first 4 minutes, it's all gonna be beautiful fun. The last few can probably be me doing some reflecting and checking. Okay. We got a lot of people in the chat today. I'm gonna try to run through them. Oh. Okay. We already here. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. Hold on 1 second, people. Let me get my guest in the building.
What's going on? Can you guys hear me?
My man Cam in the building. What up, though?
I'm here. What's going on, man? Just making sure. I'm working on a new computer right now, so I'm hoping that you can hear me.
Oh, I hear you just fine, man.
Oh, perfect.
I hear you excellent. Perfect. Cam.
What's going on, man? You saw the video that I put out today.
Cam.
You saw it.
Cam. I'm going to try to implore. Cam. All right, we're going to get through this. Cam.
What's going on?
I'm getting ready to do the roll call. And this the first thing I see. We are, I guess, saying we won't win for the foreseeable future. So let's pick an offensive tackle instead of a franchise quarterback. It makes no sense since we are not winning. Chicago gets a franchise quarterback. Same old Lions. Cam, I started the show off with Machine Gun Kelly Rap Devil because that's the kind of ish I'm on right now, right? I'm on some stuff, but I wanted to start the show off on a light note. I told him I'm gonna give him 4 minutes. 4 minutes of peaceful. Ladies and gentlemen, I was sitting up there doing the draft show and at the same time watching TV, obviously looking at what's going on. And I saw the draft-a-thon that was being posted on YouTube. And I saw, let me dip in here. And I kind of went back to the beginning to see what they were talking about. And I heard a very intriguing exchange between Kevin Hart and Tom Brady. And it was so enjoyable. But let me just play it for you because I know that I enjoyed the hell out of it. Hopefully you do. This is about all the happiest we're gonna get as far as I'm concerned. And let me just be clear that I am 1,000,000% happy with the Lions' decision and the draft pick that they made. But I am going to do a full-fledged blitz where I just have a full reaction. I'm just trying to save it for the most part. But today, it's a day of honoring my blue pill brethren. Me standing there with both pills for you to make a decision with life. And I want you to walk into it. But let's start off with something peaceful.
Turn on those stripes, Tom.
I love that Kevin's here. We couldn't get The Rock, so Kev got to show up. I love it. It's like our once-a-year thing. We gotta.
You know what, Tom? I'm so sick of it. I really am. Tom, everybody's all big on you with this Super Bowl hype. You want to make me a believer? Go to Detroit. Do it in Detroit. Okay, go to Detroit and win a Super Bowl. You want me to believe that you're great? Go to Detroit right now and take them to the Super Bowl. If you can do that, then I believe it. Until then, it's a hoax. I'm not a believer. Okay, I'm not a believer. I'm not on the Brady train. And I think Tampa rigged the whole thing.
People.
I love Kevin Hart so much, man. He's so funny. Oh, that's hysterical.
People, I had to do it because not only was it funny, of all the teams he could name, he could have named anybody else. The Cleveland Browns. He said, "Go to Detroit. Go to Detroit and do it." It is funny because this is how we open the show up with that particular statement to follow it by this particular comment. And you know what? It's getting real. Now, Cam, I did take your video and I made it a community post. So hopefully people
Oh, you're the man. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Cam, listen, I first of all, let me apologize to you. Okay. Because you don't deserve this. Okay. All right. I have to play a video that I got to address. If I don't address it, my soul won't let it happen. And you know that I am not one for attacking people. I try to find a person's perspective and figure it out. I try. Cam.
What's up, man?
We got to start off with the headlines first, people. Okay. Cam addressed this. Cam, the headlines, sir. Can I just read you the first one that jumped out?
Oh my God. Yeah, let's go in on these guys. They need it.
Carlos, y'all know who I'm talking about. I shouldn't even say his damn name, but you know exactly who I'm talking about. Carlos says he grades this pick a D because they did not get a playmaker. Now, obviously we know this is crazy. Here's what he says. Remember, grades are for picks, not the players. Sewell is a fine player, won the Outland Trophy in 2019, but there's a reason Cincinnati, which has a worse offensive line, that gave up more sacks last year than the Lions, passed on him. The top 10 should be reserved for elite players. The Lions gets a D because they either should have traded down or selected Alabama's wide receiver Devontae Smith or Ohio State's Justin Fields.
I just can't, it's so hard to wrap my head around that thinking. And like there are some people in the chat who's like, oh, he's it's clickbait stuff and shit like that. But it's like still like you just printed that on paper. Like
right.
I don't know, man. It's so hard for me to wrap my head around that. And it's like, first things first, we're assuming that the Bengals are like onto something by taking Jamar Chase instead of Sewell, which we have like I struggle to agree with that thought process. And I don't know. It's a break from the norm for the Lions, and it's a good break from the norm. Like, that's a good thing.
What I find funny is that we're now using Cincinnati as
that's the litmus test, Luke. That's excellence in the NFL currently.
Like we're using them as the answer. Okay. Okay. Listen, Booker McFarland said that what they did was malpractice. And taking the receiver over that tackle, and he's a D tackle, so it's strange to me. But the idea that we get a D because we didn't take the quarterback or we didn't take the receiver. Mm-hmm. All right, Carlos. I know you clickbait people. I know you like to do this. This is what you like. This is what you love, right? I mean, because why else would you do it? You clearly wanted somebody to talk about it. And first you had my curiosity. Now you have my attention. See, you succeeded. It is not going to stop with just him, people. It's not going to just be one of these things where, oh, this is about this guy. No. This is bigger than that. This is me having to have some questions. You see, I left this message up front from Lion King, not because I'm not mad at him, but because I think that this is the overall view from a lot of people. And it's like, yo, this is the thing. But I'm finna put that all to bed. I ain't finna rest assure you all that there's this thing right here. This man, Luke G, the Hook Cam, aka Cam, we're popping these right here. And we finna get down to the bottom line of the reality that nobody wants to talk about. The stupid diagram, the whole idea of it all that doesn't make sense. This whole entire concept, we're going to get to the bottom of it. But before we do that, let's talk about the idea of us passing on Justin Fields. See, I tell you all the time, I'm a believer in history. Cam, you should believe in history too. I hope you do.
I was a history major. I do.
I know, right? So let's just go with it, Cam. Let's just because why not, right?
Yeah.
Cam, what do you think you're looking at right here?
Not a happy football team. I can tell you that. Whoever these cats are playing for.
Mm.
I mean, are these? I honestly don't know. Are these
I left it ambiguous for a reason. I wanted to see what your thoughts were. You're just looking at it right now. What do you think, though? You see anything that jump out to you?
Really not great touchdown to interception ratio. That's the first thing. We like to turn the football over. I'm assuming those are rounds drafted, first free agent, right?
Here, I do you one better. How about these are the Ohio State quarterbacks drafted?
Oh, wow. Interesting. That's interesting.
Okay. Let's get on down here. Okay.
Troy Smith. Oh, my God.
We got people writing articles talking about how we are 100% a-holes and wrong because we didn't take a quarterback. Oh, well, you can't go in that history. He's different. Okay. All right. Well, he's going to have to show me because the history say Dale's teams are constantly 100% loaded up for people to succeed. These are the last quarterbacks drafted in the first. Some of them took it in other rounds, but these are the quarterbacks. Look at this. Look at this. Now, stay with me. Stay with me. The receiver. Was Devontae Smith Calvin Johnson, Cam?
No, Jesus. Let's not. Yeah, don't start that. Luke, don't give people that idea.
I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe he was Randy Moss.
I'm not seeing that.
No.
Devontae.
Torrey Hope?
No, definitely not.
Sterling Sharp?
Oh, no, that's a negative.
Okay.
I don't even know who you would compare Devontae Smith to.
I mean, the boy built like a stick figure. I'm just gonna be honest about it.
He's light in the pants. I think he was like what, 6 foot, $160. I want to say
he might be Tyreek Hill though.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
Okay, all right. I wouldn't take Tyreek Hill 7 overall.
I would not take Tyreek Hill's super good, but we got to remember why he is who he is and why he's good. It's because Patrick Mahomes can throw a football 80 yards, and you have a dude who's faster than every other corner on the field, and he can outrun people. But Patrick Mahomes also on his prime, he has an offensive line in front of him, and he can get that rock out. And cats like that don't grow on trees, you know.
Now watch, Cam. Watch. Let's go back because we got to look at some other headlines. Lions passing on Devontae Smith. Patrick Surtain may have Ebron levels of regret. Ebron left, and then they put this shit behind a paywall.
That's funny.
Wait. So you know what I did? I decided to give them my little funky dollar. Fuck it. Right?
Okay. All right.
I went in there and I read the article. And here's what he talked about. He talked about Devontae Smith. He talked about Patrick Surtain. He talked about Justin Fields. He talked about all the different players. And he talked about just pretty much a bunch of BS. And I sat there and I said, okay, when is he going to get to a point that I can follow? Now, here's the part that really blew my mind, Cam, because this is the part that I don't want you to miss. This is beautiful. He says that no good team builds their team in the top 10 with offensive linemen. And I said, oh, shit, okay. All right. So I guess Tyron Smith wasn't drafted in the top 10. I guess Lane Johnson wasn't drafted in the top 10.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't make this stuff up. Jonathan Ogden. This is the thing that blew my mind. All these fans who get upset, they get pissed off, they get mad, and they talk. I even saw a post the other day that said Matt Millen, Bob Quinn, and Brad Holmes all started their drafts off of offensive linemen. 2 of them were fired. The third will be. I said, oh, really? So you know who else started their first draft off of offensive linemen?
No, tell me.
Let me show you. Here we go. Let me get on over here. Bam. That is one Mr. Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah.
Now, stay with me, people. I'm not saying we're going to end up like the Ravens, but it seems very suspect and eerie. You know, this general manager comes in, don't have all this experience, similar background to what Brad Holmes had. That guy took a guy 4th overall at tackle. Now, they're going to say, but Luke, that was a left tackle. You can't do that. It don't count for a left tackle. But I'm going to argue that that's bull. They took their 2nd pick, and they took a guy at linebacker named Ray Lewis. Well, Luke, we ain't going to get a Ray Lewis. But you know what? There's at least 3 linebackers that I know you, the fans, love, who can still fall at 41. Oh, how funny could that be if it lined up like that, right?
Yeah.
Right? We praise one guy and gun down the other because he's a lion. Now, I got so much to cover, Cam, but nothing needs to be covered more than this, because when I saw this changed everything. Cam, you got to listen to this. I don't even want to get this guy's name out, but Steve-O knows who I'm talking about. Just listen to this, Cam. Listen to this.
Okay.
Everybody's enjoying draft night, and the next pick is just in, and the Detroit Lions really suck, man. They just wasted their first-round pick on Penei Sewell, and I think he's going to be a bust. When I watched the film, I saw him getting pushed back with sloppy footwork and a sloppy stance. I guess everybody is watching him in shorts and thinking that he's really good, or watching when they played a crappy school, him pushing back some guy that we don't even know his name. Okay, maybe that's the case, but for me, when I watched the toughest game that they played, Penei Sewell got pushed back, knocked on his ass, jagged footwork. I did not think he was the top left tackle prospect.
We're just going to stop it there for right now.
Okay. What? I wish you could see my face right now.
Let's get it. We're going to have fun today, people. What we not going to do, okay? What we not going to do is act as if, though, today ain't a day of joy. You see, today is a day I get to pop me one of them good red ones in the midst of all you blue pill people. This is where it gets real interesting. You see what I'm saying? This guy, and I caution you very cautiously, he got 2.5 subscribers, bro. Let's be honest. I'm not gonna tell you what his name is, but I gave him the view because I had to. Cam, did you hear what he said?
You need to, or I don't know how to process that. I don't get. What are you talking about? I don't. Okay, so in all honesty, I don't know who that is. I swear to God, I could not tell you who that is. That man sounds like he's never played a snap of football in his life. Oh, that man sounds like he's never played a snap of football.
You notice he never named a school. He never said what school he saw him doing this stuff against. He never said none of that. But if you think that's bad, wait till he taps into, I don't want to call him a racist. I'm going to say he's prejudiced. Or I ain't going to say he's prejudiced. I'm just going to let y'all hear, y'all identify. It just was weird what he said, but let's let him finish because this is just the first video. Woo, let's go.
And also, with how deep the left tackle position is this year, they really didn't need to make this pick. They could have just gotten a left tackle in the second round. They didn't need to overcompensate here. And how the hell do you pass on Devonta Smith or let Patrick Surtain go all the way down to the Broncos at 9?
Now, hold on. I love this guy. Cam, I'm
in shock right now. I'm in shock that people are saying this about Sewell.
He clearly, shout out to my homeboy Greg in the building. Clearly, this man, okay, all right, okay. This man clearly has read Carlos' article, and he agrees with Carlos, at least at some point. Wait till I get into the full-fledged of the video, because it's so ignorant that it's just laughable. There's nothing you can do about it, but just laugh at it. This fool, I can't call him nothing else but a fool. I can't say he's stupid. I can't say he's dumb. I'm just going to say he's foolish. You see, a foolish person does no research. A foolish person just speaks things out and pray to God nobody get it, right? He don't care about nothing else.
Yeah.
This fool, like some of the other pundits who are bashing the Lions on passing, on Justin Fields, are not bashing people like, the Broncos who took a corner with that guy still on the board, right? Like they passed on him.
Yeah.
The people who say, he could have took Devontae Smith. Where did Devontae Smith get drafted at? Was it in the top 10?
No. The Eagles traded up for him.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. So again, they're bashing him. But this genius, this is the guy I want you to hear. Cam, just enjoy this. Enjoy this. I don't even want to tell you what his name is.
I'm in shock right now.
I can't do nothing but use his words on here because it's just ridiculous. Listen.
I mean, first off, offensively for the Lions, they don't have anybody to throw to. So I have no idea in their minds what they think is going to happen when Jared Goff goes out there and starts slinging it around. It's going to be a nightmare. They're not going to be able to score points. So for me, the Lions fans, you can enjoy having someone who thinks he's the Big Lebowski as head coach, but this is a bad organization, and they're just going to keep getting worse. For me, I think the writing was on the wall with Matt Stafford wanting nothing to do with them, and they were forced to downgrade at quarterback. I don't really know what else to say, except the Lions are terrible, and it's going to continue this way for a long time. And not even trying to be a hater, but typically Hawaiians don't make it at the NFL level. Again, I'm not trying to be stereotypical or anything, but...
Did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that?
I'm so confused right now.
Did y'all catch him? Most of his complaint is that Samoans don't make it at the NFL level. I don't know.
Wait, what? I didn't catch that.
Oh, let me help you. Let me
hold on.
Back.
Yeah. Run that back. I didn't catch that.
Listen to what he says.
Someone who thinks he's the Big Lebowski as head coach, but this is a bad organization, and they're just going to keep getting worse. For me, I think the writing was on the wall with Matt Stafford wanting nothing to do with them, and they were forced to downgrade at quarterback. I don't really know what else to say, except the Lions are terrible, and it's going to continue this way for a long time. And not even trying to be a hater, but typically Hawaiians don't make it at the NFL level. Again, I'm not trying to be stereotypical or anything,
Why would
but
you say that?
how many Samoans actually make it at the NFL level? Just throwing that out there.
Bro, I can't even.
Well, people. We just gonna act like Troy Polamalu didn't exist. We just gonna forget him.
God.
We're just gonna forget. We just gonna forget Haloti Nagata. We're gonna forget Raymond Luga. We're just gonna forget all those Hawaiians. They don't make it. God, they don't make it. Samoans, they're not really good in the football. Mike Upati, you suck. You're Samoan, right?
Mike Upati.
Like what we do? Are we doing this for real? Listen, y'all.
Oh my!
You wonder why Luke come on here and go ham and lose his damn shit? Why he started to show off with Rap Devil because he was in his bag today? It's because of ignorant BS like this. You have a whole fan base who have lost their damn mind today. Okay, all I've been hearing for the last 182.70 billion years is how we don't have nobody to protect the quarterback, how we don't have no way to run the ball. You go out get Jamal Williams, and you know what you do? You say, you know what? I want to show you I have a commitment to this team long term by doing what? As my man Brad Holmes say, feed the beast, build up the offensive line and lock it down. Now, people.
I can't believe he said that.
Woo, people. I mean,
that's it. That's a dude who thinks he knows way too much. And that is such a huge problem with people. And not even like it, because honest hand to God, I have no clue who that is. But that is such a huge problem with like YouTubers and football YouTubers, and like they get into this mindset where they're like, oh, I have enough football knowledge now. Like I'm ready to say whatever I need. Like I can make a justification for anything. And it's so the opposite. And look, I coached 3 years of college football. I've been in football my entire life. I know more than the average bear. I know that. But would I ever make a statement like that or ever think to myself, I know way more about football? That no, you can learn something from everybody. The fact that he would go and say something like that, and like I'm not like a sensitive guy. I went to high school with a ton of Polynesian cats who would like be ready to fight this dude right now, dude, because of some shit like that. Like I can't get over that he would say that.
Listen, this video only has 2 thumbs up and 60 thumbs down the last time I checked.
Oh, shit.
And let me just tell you, the YouTube police swiftly and quickly moved in. But let's go to the second video because he wasn't done, Cam. Ladies and gentlemen, he
doubled down.
He did a second video. Let's get it.
Down. Follow up here. So let's get this straight. The Lions really, really suck. I have nothing personal against them. I just really dislike all of their offseason moves. And I just find it hilarious that one of the worst teams in football draft the highest bust potential player of the draft, Penei Sewell. He's way overhyped.
The highest bust potential. I just want to make sure y'all catch it. This ain't for me. Matter of fact, I don't even give a shit. People know who he is. I don't. I just don't. I just don't care.
Just so ignorant to say. I can't get over that.
All I can tell you is you simply look in the chat. They're telling you themselves. Listen, Listen to this. Not a-hole. This guy. Not expert. This dude's. I'm sorry. The frustration is in me. Is messing me up. This fuckboy. I'm sorry. That's not the right word. Okay. Clearly, that's not good enough. All right. Listen up, people.
By the media, and they bought the bait, hook, line, and sinker, while other teams got better around them. So with the Lions, I haven't liked one thing they did this offseason, except when they re-signed Romeo Okwara. That was a solid move. He's a 10-sack guy. It made sense. That was decent. But they hire a bum coach in Dan Campbell. I'm not sure how he got the job with no credentials. I don't think carrying a clipboard for the Saints warrants you to get a head coaching job, but apparently he does in Detroit. They downgrade at quarterback by swapping Goff for Stafford. Goff is afraid to get hit, and he'll hold the team back. I don't care what anybody says. I heard a lot of Lions fans last night look at the stats and say, well, Goff statistically is better than that Stafford gif. Yeah, but it's one thing because the Rams were winning, and they have a really good coach in Sean McVay who puts them in position to win. Goff was a product of their system. At the end of the day, Goff held them back. They're not going to get that same luxury. Dan Campbell's not going to be calling plays like Sean McVay. It's going to be a big problem. Then they downgraded the receiver position. They let Marvin Jones and Kenny Golladay walk, and they replaced them with two shit players, Tyrell Williams and Brashad Perryman. Williams is a ghost, and Perryman is average at best. So I'm not sure how they're going to move the ball through the air at all. Lions fans are trying to tell me that they're going to run the football more. So what? Tyrell Williams and Brashad Perryman still suck. You still have to throw the ball a little bit. Teams will just load the box. So for me, there's still a ton more work that they need to do. And on defense, too, they're still far off. And that's why I was saying they probably should have went after a corner here or a defensive player if they weren't going to go receiver. A lot of Lions fans were telling me that I was really high on Devonta Smith, and that's why I was mad. No, Devonta Smith would have been a better pick, but it's not just the receiver position. There's a lot more that the Lions need, and they failed to address it. So for me, on Sewell, the film wasn't good. Just to further explain that, he was getting manhandled by unranked schools.
You know what I did, Cam?
That's tough, man.
Cam, you know what I did, right? Cam, I literally went and asked him to please tell me the name of these unknown schools that manhandled him. I need to see that tape. Give me the heads up on who it is. This dude is. Do you wonder why this is your fan base? This is what it is, Pride Nation. This level of ignorance is what you have to deal with. There is nothing under the sun that says that this guy should be a smart, intelligent person. Nothing. He clearly does not know football. How do I know that? He hasn't said nothing. That is true. Nothing. And I'm the king of trying to find the truth and stuff. I can't find it. I can't.
I don't even know. I don't even know how, like, I'm in shock. Legitimately, I'm in shock. I'm in shock that somebody would say something like that. Like, I don't know, man. I've coached a lot of kids, and it's just wild to think that somebody would sit there and say that Hawaiians kid. First off, like, what are you talking about, bro? Like,
go ahead and talk to him.
Like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Like, what are you even saying? Hawaiians can't make it in the league. Like, if I was ever in a room with a coach and I was like, look, so I got this kid starting at left, I got this kid starting at left guard, this kid starting at center, and then I got this kid starting at right guard. And a coach interrupted me and was like, you can't start that kid at right guard. And he was like, yeah, that kid's Hawaiian. There's no way he's going to make it. I would be like, what the fuck did you just say to me? Like, what the fuck? You think I give a shit what this kid's background is?
Yeah.
I want this cat to be able to play for me and be a big dog. Like, and then he's going to sit there and be like, he plays unranked schools. It's not like this dude's playing at North Dakota State. Dogging fools. No, this cat's playing in the Pac-12. He's playing Auburn in week 1 in Dallas Cowboys Stadium in front of like 75,000 people. Are you shitting me? I can't believe it. I cannot believe that cat said that.
Dude,
I'm shocked.
I had a whole nother plan to come on here and simply do something different. And this right here is 100% I was like, I can't ignore this. I tried so hard. I was trying to focus. He had a few more minutes though. I want to give him his shine. Let's let this genius talk.
How can you draft somebody in the top 10 that gets manhandled by a school that's not even ranked? He was put on his ass, pushed back. He was average at best. Like I said, he's a media dog, and the Lions bought it. And for me, I see the Lions being really bad for quite some time. We're talking about bottom 3 in the league. And again, Lions fans are trying to tell me that a rebuild doesn't happen overnight. Well, guess what? If they keep putting players on the team like they are, like Penei Sewell, they're not going to get better for a long time.
This is a guy who is saying that without understanding that the Detroit Lions for the past 35 years have taken exactly what he said every single time and have never been good, right? Here's the worst part about it, though. Boy, I tell you, sometimes I wonder what is wrong with people. I try my best to get through this. You people in the chat, y'all are absolutely amazing. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. Here's some of the comments that they said to this dude. Dude, the title is dead. Somebody says, I like your dislike to like ratio. That's about right. Should be higher. Somebody says, yeah, well, that's just your opinion, man. Here's some of my favorite ones. Let me go down. This is one of my favorite ones right here. I laughed so hard when somebody wrote this one. You seem quite high while speaking. Are you watching Mia Khalif videos every day to open your eyes up? I just found it funny, right? One person responded, you obviously don't know what talented football players look like. You're a dude that probably would build a team with nothing but big names and have maybe 10 players on your roster. Too bad your parents would not allow you to grow up and be a man and get out their basement. It says hard to watch film with your eyes halfway closed. What the hell are you talking about? This is one of my favorites. Smith is going to be a bust and a wide receiver has a deep class. You are just a hater and don't know what you're talking about. He goes, okay. It says this one right here. This one right here, guys. Watch this. Guy isn't even a Lions fan, just sprouting BS because he only looked at the ESPN team needs. He doesn't know squat or the squad. And he responded, I haven't liked anything the Lions have done this entire offseason, to be honest. Retaining Okur was probably the best thing they did. Didn't like the coaching hire and didn't like the quarterback swap for Goff. People, this right here is the one that I love the most because you are the real MVPs with this one. I can't believe we're wasting time with this racist piece of shit. Why are we even giving this dude views? I'm reporting this video ASAP. It is 100% intriguing to me that these are the people who are talking. He's got 2,500 subs. 2,500 subs. With videos titled Detroit Lions Biggest Draft Loser, selecting Penei Sewell. Right? Detroit Lions suck. Steve-O even commented and said, wow, you don't know much about football. And he swiftly came in with okay. No, I know it's okay because you know damn well you don't know. People, let me just tell y'all something. I'm not going to tell you who this guy is. I'm just not going to tell you. All right? Because that's not right. It's not right to tell you who this guy is. But if I should accidentally show you who this guy is, that is not the same thing. Okay? That is not the same thing. If I accidentally show the guy, it's not the same thing. And I just want you to understand this because clearly there is something different. I'm not going to show you, even though it looks like they've been drinking all day, I'm not going to show you that. And I'm not telling you who the guy is. Cam?
Oh, man. I'm still here.
Cam?
Disappointed.
What do you think, man? I mean, it's just not just that, bro. It's other media outlets talking about it. It's other people talking about it. I'm going to, like I said, I had to address this because this is ridiculous. A person like this should never be allowed to talk. There's no basis behind what he says.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that the kid hasn't played football before. It's weird because it's like I kind of agree with some of the people in the chat where it's like, you know, you kind of don't want to give him the attention.
I really don't.
You know, it's weird because this is the way that I think about it, right? If you're playing team sports and you say something stupid, one of your teammates is going to be like, dude, what are you doing? Shut up, right? And it's going to like prevent you, and it's going to make you think about what you say. And if you don't ever get in that environment and you're not in a team sport and you're not playing a sport, then you have no filter. You just go and you say shit without even thinking about it. And that to me is this cat. Like, to me, it's a kid who probably hasn't been in team sport, or maybe hasn't been in team sport in a while, and he's got nobody checking him. And he's just kind of spewing whatever he thinks. Clearly, you know, we disagree with it. He's getting ratioed to hell. So it's disappointing. It's disappointing. And that's, I guess that's all I'll say. Like it's frustrating. It's disappointing. And, you know, clearly people are reacting in the way that they are. And so hopefully he gets the message. I hope that, to be honest with you, man, I hope that he learns from it, you know, and it's like, I don't ever want to, you know, decimate a guy's career because of something like that. And even if it is a career or whatever, you know, you hope that he learns and that he can correct his mistake and go from there. But it's definitely disappointing. You know, that's kind of where I'll leave it.
It's one of them things where I thought to myself and I said, what would happen if I was like, you know, Californians can't, you know, play football. Like, yeah. That was my expert analysis. You know, historically,
it is kind of weird that he restricted it to a state.
Yeah, like you know, historically, Michiganders, they suck. You know, like you know, I just want to put it out there. Those Texan people, they're not very good football people. I mean, what are we doing, man? Let's talk about something that I had to do that, y'all. I told y'all starting off light. I was going to get into some BS. I had to share it with y'all so y'all can see for yourself because there's a level of stupidity. It's obviously day 2 of the draft. One of the things I want to do to get us back on a positive note after dealing with some of that stupidity I subjected you to because it needs to be highlighted because when you hear it, it's one thing. Reading it is another thing. And half the time, people come in here sometimes and say those same crazy things to me. Not as crazy as that was, but I just wanted y'all to get back on a different note. First things first, we're going to talk about day 2 of the draft really quick. And then at the day 2 of the draft, we're going to talk about, you know, just the overall view of what happened in day 1. And I'm going to start that off with this simple clip right here. This is the initial phone call to our now first round pick.
Brad Holmes, GM with the Detroit Lions. How you doing, man? Hey, I told you I'll follow up with you, man. You ready to be aligned? All right, man. We're about to pick you here, man. Congratulations, man. Hey, it's one pride over here, man. We want you in this pride, all right? You're going to be a big part of what we're doing going forward, all right, man?
Now, I'm going to stop it there for a reason. Cam, did you hear what he said? You're going to be big part of what we're doing going forward.
Yeah, I love that.
This pick is not about Jared Goff. This pick has nothing to do with Jared Goff. Okay? This pick has everything to do with the future of the Lions. Now, if you don't believe me, let's let our head coach talk to him, and we'll hear what happens now.
All right, man. Congratulations. Congratulations, man. Enjoy with your family, all right? Hey, let me get you on the phone with our head coach, Dan Campbell, all right? Congratulations, big man, all right?
Big man. Hey, we're fired up, my friend. You're going to change the culture for us, man. We're going to build this thing around guys like you. You hear me?
Cam, who he say he going to build this thing around?
Around cats like that, man. That's awesome. I'm watching their clip when they're in the warm room right now. Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes are just geeked. It's so cool. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. It makes me happy.
But everybody said this is about Jared Goff. It's not about running the ball. It's not about protecting any quarterback. It's not about changing the trajectory of feeding the beast. Not my words, Brad Holmes. It's about building around guys like that, guys who can be sustainable over the years. He's 20 years old. Now, I'm going to give y'all a few fun facts. Me and Cam did a fan study on him, right? We really liked us some Slater, right? We thought, you know, if I'm going to go with somebody, I'll take Slater.
We did really like Slater. We did really like Slater.
Right? Yeah. Okay, but we weren't down on Sewell, right?
No, I wouldn't say that we were down.
Is it safe to say that if you have a offensive line coach You know that guy named Hank Fairley. If you have an offensive line coach who took a defensive tackle and made him a legitimate tackle, is it safe to say that taking the guy who's already been playing tackle majority of his life is going to work out pretty damn good for us?
Yeah, you're going to be off to a better start. That's for sure. You got some groundwork to work with.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure this out. I mean, because this idea that people, for some reasons or some strange, odd, logical thing, we just took the wrong guy. There was nobody on that pick that we could have took better than what we took, because this right here changes the trajectory of things. The Lions would now have an offensive line that would literally be what you guys all say you love from the Browns and what you say you love from Kansas City and stuff. If you think about most of the times when it comes to pressure, most people are not getting pressure up the gut. That's why edge rushers are so special. Now we have 2 perennial tackles. And you may be saying, well, what am I talking about? Go and look at the facts. TJ Lane talked about it today over there on WriterWrong. Shout out to them. He said, go and look at those teams like the Browns who had 2 perennial tackles. They went out, added a Conklin, and then still drafted Jared Willis. And all of a sudden now, boom, they're winning games to get into the playoffs. Why? Even Baker Mayfield looked different because he's having more time to throw the ball. Why? Because most people send their pressure from the outside. Now, you don't have to worry about nothing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and this is kind of something that's really interesting about football is that, you know, good offensive linemen you don't hear about and you don't see them and you don't worry about them. And that's kind of the thing that you're always looking for. And that's the key to it, you know, is being able to have 2 cats out there like Taylor Decker and Sewell, and you don't have to worry about this stuff anymore. All you have to do is go and get your offensive game plan going. You don't have any liabilities out there. There's nobody that you're seriously worried about. You'll be able to figure it out. You know, now the next thing to do is get depth at that position. Not necessarily right now. I'm just saying that that's also something that you should be thinking about. But yeah, good offensive linemen you don't hear about. That's the biggest thing. And that's the thing with Sewell. Good offensive lineman you don't hear about. You never heard about him, you know?
Lion King says we'll be right back at the top pick next draft with 3 or 4 wins with Goff. And Justin Fields was supposed to change that. How? He wasn't getting in the game. I mean, I'm just being honest. How was Justin Fields supposed to change that? Maybe we should have went Devontae Smith because we haven't tried that approach of taking a wide receiver. That definitely doesn't work. I don't get it.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But I mean, it's a great pick from Detroit. You know, I've said my piece with it. I absolutely love the pick. I think that it's huge. It's huge, and it's going to affect everything. And I think people are going to see it game 1, whoever the Lions play. I'm really interested to see how everything comes together in Detroit. And I think that they're finally on the right path. And I think, you know, you've done a really good job of displaying and showing people like, okay, here's the pattern that we've been in for the last 30 years. Here's why it hasn't worked. And now we're moving in the right direction. We have 5 cats up front who can pound the rock, who can get after defensive linemen, who can push dudes around. And that's going to open up everything else. Because if there's one consistency in Detroit for the last couple of years, it's not being able to run the football. And that's going to change. That will change. And you can hear it when Brad Holmes is like, you're going to help change the culture here. And that's so huge, man. That's so huge that you have a cat like Dan Campbell and a dude like Brad Holmes who both come in and they both share that same viewpoint of we're going to change the culture. We're going to run the football. We're going to get back to being a tough, gritty football team. It's going to work wonders. It really is. I'm fired up to see what happens.
Now, listen, I want to make sure that we understand something. I'm a believer in history. All right. I'm a believer in history. One Funky Lion fan says Jock at 41 would be a nice. Then we can get Browning or Cox at 72. Then grab Gillespie or Cisco. That was the draft picks. Well, I'm just going to show you something. The last general manager who kind of follows similar to what you talked about got 2 Hall of Famers out of it. Just saying.
Is that good?
what do I know? I don't know nothing about sports. You know, I'm just here so I don't get fined, right? Like, they literally got 2 Hall of Fames out of his first draft. Yeah. Because he just understood the process. Now, to show you the level of it is, the Lions still have opportunity to not only get a linebacker. Let's say it's not Jock. Let's say it's not Nick Bolton. Let's say they decide to look at the guy from North Carolina Chaz Sertan or whatever his name is, right? Maybe it's not him. Maybe they decided to go wide receiver and take Elijah Moore. I still wouldn't touch a wide receiver into the third. Speaking of which, brings me to my next point of conversation. Cam, it's round 2. I'm personally want to see the Lions go linebacker or safety in the second round. And in the third round, I would love for them to go wide receiver. And then again, with another linebacker or safety. What are you thinking they should do between those rounds?
Yeah, I agree. I think that linebacker is kind of the next thing when you start looking at their depth chart, which I just had pulled up. They have dudes who can play and do well at receiver. They don't have any guys to the caliber of a Kenny Golladay, and I'm not trying to say that they do, but I do think that they can go and take a linebacker right now. I'm just kind of looking at some of the names that are still on the board, and I mean, there's still that Nick Bolton kid from Missouri still there. I don't know if they would be interested in him, but there's still some good linebackers on the board that you can take in the second round and kind of solidify that defense, because their front four isn't bad. Like it's not a bad front four with Aquara and Trey Flowers and Michael Brockers. Like that's solid. Now you got to get some linebackers who can move it and can compete in the NFL right now, and it can go sideline to sideline. So I'm interested to see where they go from here. But I personally think that linebacker would be the best choice, unless there's some dudes who get taken ahead of you and maybe there's a receiver there that's of some pretty good value that you can pick in that second round. But linebacker would definitely be my first choice.
Yeah, at this point, I don't have a number 1 on my board, blue and silver, because for me, they are still in position to just not F it up. The only thing they can do at this point is take 2 positions that I don't think we need, like D tackle, running back, or I'll even put quarterback in there. If you add any one of those 3 in the second round, you're kidding me. This defense was historically bad, and I'm not making that up. That's like a real thing. And if you got an opportunity to add another linebacker, somebody who can come in and help you immediately, similar to what you're going to get in Sewell, who's going to come in and help you immediately, that's what it boils down to. I love this quote from God Coffee and Football, who says, "We are building a team for any quarterback, not building a team around a quarterback." It's just the reality of it.
That's a phenomenal point from him. That's a phenomenal point.
It's just the reality of it. Again, I had to come on because I didn't want to go on to the draft show and lose my shit. I had to come on and talk about that dude's videos, talk about the way the media addressed it. The media is basically saying they outdated thinking and all this other stuff, but they praise all these other general managers as being great general managers and so forth and so on. And finally, the Lions just got it right. Hell, even Mike Valenti hating ass likes to move. Mike Valenti, he hates everything the Lions do. He loves this move. I don't understand this. It's weird. Mike Valenti doesn't like to move, and the fans jump right along with him. Mike Valenti loves to move, and it's like, yo, he loves to move too, I guess. I don't know. I thought Mike would be upset. But we are in position still to still get a healthy amount of players on the board. And it's not even going to set you back to do it, because at the end of the day, the Detroit Lions are in prime. I'm going to say it again. They are in prime position to still get whatever it is they wanted. And it's not going to cost them anything. We didn't have to trade up like the Bears to get a quarterback that's not going to play.
Jeez, yeah, that's been thinking a lot about that.
Go ahead.
They put themselves in a really tough spot, man. When you look at what they gave up to go and get Justin Fields, you know, there's one thing that I think kind of haunts teams, and it's when you're drafting because you made a mistake previously. And I think that move by the Bears was them trying to right the wrongs of them picking Mitch Trubisky over Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes. And they went and they looked this year, they looked at it and they're like, we're not going to get beat again. That's not going to happen to us again. We'll do whatever it takes, but it's not going to happen to us again. And you just put yourself in a really bad position for the next 2 years. Cause I mean, you great. You got Justin Fields, but he's not going to start. He should. He needs to.
In order for that pick to make sense, he has to start.
That's what I was trying to say. They're going to be in some hot water if he's not playing in week 1. I mean, I don't know. They put themselves in a tough spot with that pick. That's all I was thinking. Now I'm looking at now you got me watching linebacker film.
Hey,
I'm checking out this LSU cat right now. This Jabril Cox.
Yep, Jabril Cox is another guy that the fan base like I said, it's options, man. You just have options. You're gonna see a heavy run of a bunch of safeties, and it's a bunch of options. And I just, to me, it's a no-brainer. Dr. Detroit says, Luke, do you see them just going ahead and finishing this offense and then scavenging the defense, just best player available all the way? No. I see them looking at them and saying, okay, the board's got to fall to us. Is this player the best player available for our need? Right? Like, is it the best player available for our need? Because I'm starting to get into this thing of, I'm sick of people just saying, take the best player available. What the hell does that mean? If I got Tom Brady forget Tom Brady. If I got Patrick Mahomes on my team and I'm sitting up there somehow, some way, somebody got hurt and now we sitting there with the first overall pick and Trevor Lawrence is sitting there. Am I supposed to take Trevor Lawrence because, he's the best player available? No, that's just stupid. The truth is that most of the times it's best player available for the need, which is different than drafting for need. You don't draft for need. Draft for need is what Okuda looked like last year at 3. Which they really thought we needed a cornerback, but I'm like, you had Desmond Trufant, you had Amani Oruwariye, and you had Justin Coleman. What was Okuda supposed to come in and do at corner different? Nothing. So it just didn't make sense when you could have got a linebacker, which we still need this year, because you passed on one. So I don't like the concept of it. In my opinion, I think they should not go into this whole thing of offense because they have options. You're going to see options fall to you. And that's where you really want to be at, in my opinion, where's options. So again, just quick heads up, we are going to be going live on 313 JMO's channel. I'm sorry I had to let y'all or subject y'all to that ignorance that was known as them. If you have not hit that like and subscribe button, we had 140 at one point. And if I got 55 thumbs up and 2 thumbs down, I appreciate all the love, support, views, and energy. But listen, people, the best thing you can do right now is understand that for the first time, the stars have in line for our alliance. We just got to sit still. We can essentially trade picks back in the 3rd round and still hit on what we want. You still got Dart in that receiver that you could probably get in the 3rd or 4th round. That's a steal. Right? You still got Richie Grant out there. Matter of fact, I don't even got to name this. Every damn safety still on the board. Every safety is still on the. You can almost accidentally get Andre Sisco in the 5th. Like, that's how crazy this just is.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, it's just that crazy to me. So yeah, we have to be able to sit and see this. I don't want to keep us too long. I do appreciate every single person who came in here, like and subscribe. Cam channel is linked in my description. It's featured on my channel, and his latest video that Sewell was the right pick. Not that it's a sucky pick or anything like that. It was the right pick because Cam knows what the hell he's talking about. Cam actually knows football. We're not gonna tell that other guy that. Okay, we're just gonna keep it 100. You can go and watch that video and just see real film study, not me just blowing it out my ass. And then I'm trying to figure out what these small schools he was talking about manhandle him. What school is that?
I don't know what he's talking about with that.
The small school guys, man. He made the most general statement I ever heard in my entire life. Just those small schools manhandle him. What? Cisco's a question mark for me. The injury does kind of concern me, but he's a ball hawk, and somebody might mess around and get Jamar Johnson in like the 4th.
How many picks the Lions got today? 2?
3.
They got 3. They have 2 seconds or 2 thirds.
They got a 2nd and 2 thirds.
Okay. Yeah, there's still a lot of talent out there, man.
Last
night, dude, like late in the draft last night, got kind of weird. Like there was like 3 edge rushers in a row with the Bills, Ravens, and Bucks. I was kind of surprised to see that.
Well, I think what you're noticing is teams is trying to do the one thing that they always do, which is get the guys to rush from the outside. Yeah. We now have tackles who can't do that. So I mean, you're going to have a hard time. Let me tell you something. You're going to see more of an impact quicker and faster with the pick we just made today than we did than the pick we made last year.
Yeah.
And
100%. Yeah.
it's just 100% logical on every aspect, man. So please come over to 313 JMO channel and join us. Cam, give me your final thoughts, man, because when we go live on the draft show, I'm taking all questions. I'm about to turn up. I'm having fun. I'm excited. It's Friday. I should have came in with the Friday music, but I was on some ish. I got tired of it, bro. It was like everywhere. I literally Googled. I was like, watch this gonna happen. Watch this gonna happen. I Googled Lion news, and literally most of it was negative. People just mad and like, oh my God, we passed on Justin Fields. And I'm like, is he gonna play this year? It doesn't matter. That's the pick you make for the future. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
but give people your final words, bro.
Final thoughts, just kind of repeating myself at this point, but I love the pick. I think that Sewell's the right guy to go with. And like I said, the reaction in the war room, I think, says a lot with Campbell and Brad Holmes and everybody else in there, all their top guys. Like, it says a lot when they're that jacked up for a pick like Sewell, because I honestly don't think that they thought he was going to be there. I think that they looked at the way this draft was shaken out, and or before the draft was going down, and thought maybe he's not going to be there, but he was there. They got him. He's an absolute steal. I think that you could make a case that he's the top tackle in this year's draft easily. But I mean, the Lions got their guy. Everybody's fired up, and like you said, now the Lions aren't in the position of like, oh shit, did we make the wrong decision with that pick? Now they're scrambling with their stuff with their picks and stuff like that from here on out. I think that they just got to stay the course, and I'm really interested to see what they go with in the second and third round today, though.
100%. Jimbo G said, I thought the Lions got 6 picks this year. They do. He asked me how many picks do we have for today. Today is only rounds 2 and 3. And so we have 3 picks in between rounds 2 and 3, 1 second, 2 thirds. And then tomorrow we got a 5th and 7th. I think that is, 5th and 7th. I think we lost our 6th for Everson Griffin. Greatest trade ever. Okay. Just putting it out there. My man Andrew says, look, is that your Batman voice? No, this is my Batman voice. I don't know what the hell. I just feel like that's how people talk to me when they want to be condescending. Oh, you're going to tell you how it is. I'm Yogi the Bear. I'm just like, what the man? I don't care. I go by film. And nothing that man said made sense. And most of the time, the fans who get upset about it why? Let's be honest. People are here panicking because Fields is on the Bears. That offensive line let Mitchell Trubisky get worked. It let Nick Foles get worked. Nick Foles never seen so many hits come his way in his life, right? And they haven't done nothing. Oh, they can still get Tevin Campbell. They can get Tevin Jenkins. I don't care what they do. That quarterback not starting this year, and that's why that pick is ridiculous. And if you do start him this year and you do go out and get a rookie quarterback, they still got a mandate to win this year, or chances is you're not going to see their general manager and head coach anyway, and they're back to square one. I'm just saying.
So really, really quick, I know you want to hop off, but I just looked at Pro Football Focus really quick, and they said that a winner of the first round was the Chicago Bears. I just thought that was funny, and that you would enjoy it. And you would enjoy it.
I just hate them, bro. I hate them to my core.
Zero mention of the Detroit Lions getting a top tackle in the draft.
Dude, I literally, I think the lowest grade I've seen for this pick so far has been A-. And I was like, whatever. Like, I'm cool with it. My only question is did we get a starter? Yep.
Yeah.
Did we get somebody who's going to be here for a long time? Yep. Did we feel a need? Yep. Was it the best player available for that need? Yep.
Checks a lot of boxes.
Did we actually complete a group? Yes. The last time we completed a group, that defense was tops. We completed the front 4, had the front 7 on lock, added a few scatter pieces at the safety spot with Quin, and I'm forgetting the other dude's name right now who came over from the Ravens. And then you put a few cornerbacks out there and drafted another guy who struggled his big time, but that's because he was overthinking. He admitted it, not me. He said it himself. And guess what? They were a top defense. Now you complete an offensive line with an offensive line coach who was literally up for an offensive coordinator position, if not head coach position, that people were trying to steal, who said, nope, I'm going to stay here with Dan Campbell. Here's my final thoughts, people. I 100% love you all because this is the best part of any draft is being able to come in here, talk with you guys, and get you all on. On top of that, I'm saving a lot of what I want to do and say for when the draft is over because I'm seeing a whole lot of reach around love going on here, and it's strange to me. It's very strange to me. So do me the favor, join us on 313 JMO's channel. The draft starts at 7:00 today, I believe. So we'll be live over there. I think we're gonna start there at 6:30. So definitely get over there. There goes Mobby reaction to Fields to the Bears was priceless. Interesting. I gotta go check that out. Easy says Luke send the link. Easy, I'm about to get up out of here, bro. We finna get ready for the draft show, bro. So, but appreciate you coming on onto the draft show on JMO channel, bro. We're gonna have some fun, talk about it. And then obviously, we got the draft tomorrow, which I believe. Well, I'll wait to announce because I think I might know who channel it's gonna be, but I'm not sure. Here's my positive words for the day. You're gonna get a few of them because I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good, people. It's Savage season. Now, some of y'all may say, well, Luke, why is it Savage season? Today's positive quote is inspired simply by the stupidity of those who play Madden in 100% fantasy football. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's Savage season. See, what's going to happen is you're going to have to now start using your powers to now teach people that you just can't say what you want anymore. And I'm not telling you to get violent. I'm not telling you to go over there and give them a piece of your mind. Simply silence them. Bring back the most powerful piece that you have in your repertoire. Ignore the hell out of them. You see, this is the thing about silence. Nobody knows how you move. Nobody knows what's coming. It simply makes a person uncomfortable in knowing that they cannot get into your skin. They cannot get into your space. And the more tight you lock yourself down, the better off you are. So what am I saying overall, Luke? Luke is simply saying this. Sometimes it is best to cut the stupid off. That's it. That's all, people. Please hit that like, subscribe button. Get yourselves ready. Grab whatever you need. Get some food. We finna have a whole lot of fun over there on 313 JMO's channel, talking everything Detroit Lions. I am about to be in full-fledged rare mode because I'm living my best life. Cam, you living your best life?
Always living my best life, man.
I love it. If you living your best life, man, give me some emojis in the chat real quick for those who live in their best life. I want people to understand something. If you're not living your best life and you in this chat, there is still time. Okay, there's still time. The roadmap to your life has already been mapped out, but that means you can change directions anytime you want. If you're living your best life, I just need a few emojis. This is about being good and feeling good on the inside. You know, maybe it was a chick that you really wanted to get at. You know, you really wanted to get at, and she said, yay. You were like, okay, give me some love, people. I want to see it. Like the chat up for living your best life, because I can tell you this much, people. I can tell you this much, that 100% unequivocally, when you're living your best life, everyone will see it. And it becomes contagious. And the more contagious it becomes, the better it spreads. And the better it spreads, the better this world becomes. And the better this world becomes, the better it is for those people that you are going to be sending off from your life spring. This is just a beautiful day, people. It's draft night. Let's have fun. And as always, don't be no chump, please. Please do your research. We are out.